Julia is one of those girls, she doesn't give a fuck. She will drop her hands, she will get swaggy under, she will get hit, she will lie on the head moving. Once she gets hit, she wants to give it back, and she's an absolute dog. I love this bad fucking bitch, Julia. If you've never seen her fight, you're gonna love the way that she fights. Hopefully she gets it done. Hopefully she keeps.
I will try not to sing out of key. Oh, baby, hide it now. All I need is my brother. I say I'm gonna get high. Oh, yeah. What do I do when my love is away?
Does it worry you to be?
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to We Won Picks. My name is Jacob, aka the Freckled Salad Man. They're here to bring you my lock of the week for UFC Vegas 105. But before we get into this week's lock of the week, make sure you like the video, subscribe if you are new. If you guys are new to lock of the week, what that is quite simply every single week I pick one underdog that I believe in my mind is going to win with 100% certainty, and we had won 6 in a row going into last week, and we had Julia Palastri almost come through in the third round. I told you guys, and hopefully you guys are fans of Julia now. I told you guys that if you had never seen Julia fight, that you were gonna love the way that she fought. It's a shame. I knew she was probably gonna get taken down early, but as long as she was making loopy work, I thought that the third round was gonna happen in the second round. She got taken down in the second round, was still making loopy work. Third round, marching her down. Julia doesn't lose fights, she just runs out of time. And I know a lot of the comments can be like, I told you it should have been Milk Coaster, bro. I told you it should have been Milk Coaster, bro. If I could pick the lock of the week after the results, yeah, hindsight is always 20/20. Of course I should have picked Costa because he won. And everyone's gonna be like, well, I told you beforehand, bro. The dude almost got choked out, was completely dead in the third round. I'm happy with my decision, Julia. The streak was gonna end eventually, and once you start getting into 7, 8, 9, you really need some things to go your way. It's actually kind of funny. Julia would have been 7 in a row. 7 in a row in my lock of the week. My 10 lock of the week streak was Nate Landwehr, who almost got put, I was basically put out against David Onama, came back to win that fight, almost like Julia came back to win that fight. My 8th fight in a row on the 10 lock of the week streak was the Leon head kick against Usman. So once you start getting it, you need a little bit of things to start going your way. Julia almost get done. If you guys are interested in the full scope of lock of the week, I put it on the screen right here. You can see the entire year. We start off with a pretty biased pick, right? Amanda Hebos, Inside the Distance, didn't come through, but ever since then, we've been running hot. Kevin Holland, Michael Page, Francisco Prado, and then you can see the 6 in a row to Julia Palastri. And you can see the total lock of the week there. We've been tracking it since like 2022, I believe, up almost 45 units, 31% ROI with a 52% pick rate, picking all underdogs. By the way, you can see the average odds almost plus 150. This year, we are 7-4 so far, up 6 units, ROI almost 55%, the highest ROI you're ever going to find consistently. There's no doubt about that. And this week is going to be very, very interesting, and I will explain towards the end of the video, but let's get into who I'm considering for lock of the week for UFC Vegas 105. The first person I'm considering for lock of the week for UFC Vegas 105 is somebody that I said was going to be lock of the week no matter what, all time, every time they fight. I was a fan of this gentleman since the day he came to the UFC. I said he was a future champion. Things have kind of go awry. I picked against him as lock of the week one time, but I'm back on it. I'm considering Pat Sabatini for lock of the week against Joe Anderson Brito. Yeah, he might get knocked out in the first 30 seconds, but if he doesn't and he gets his hands on Brito, he is going to absolutely maul this guy and could find a finish in his own right. The second person I'm considering for lock of the week is going to be Pedro against Victor Henry. Listen, this guy came in 2 days notice, 3 days notice, made weight, was still marching forward the entire fight against a very dangerous, Victor Hugo, is that his name? Pedro's gonna have the forward pressure. He can shoot takedowns nonstop, and if he gets him, he is a 3rd degree black belt. I understand Victor Henry is a durable guy. Takedown defense, not crazy dangerous, and pressure could be enough to win this fight. The third person I'm considering for lock of the week is going to be Reese McKee. I like him. I just think he's the better fighter. I actually was a little bit surprised that he was the underdog in this fight against a Contender Series guy who got dropped in his Contender Series fight. Didn't look like he really knew how to wrestle, grapple. Reese McKee against Cheaty was eating shots. I know how durable this guy is. I think he's a more technical striker, and it's starting to go a little bit more to the wrestling. If he gets in trouble, he can go to the wrestling. But if he comes in with a wrestling game plan, I think he's the better grappler in this fight. So Reese McKee is the last person I'm considering for lock of the week for UFC Vegas 105. But with all that said, to get back on track and continue this fantastic run, the streak is over, but the run continues. The lock of the week for UFC Vegas 105 is going to be...
Bitch, I'm high, bitch, I'm high, bitch, I'm high.
Boa noite, Brasil!
Yo, shake your motherfucking dreads. Yo, lightly how they better tread. Millions, I'm still running shit. They tried to block me, sent the blitz. I'm shaking dreads, she shaking ass. Ooh, that's my type of bitch. Yo, put my face between your legs. Yo, she love it when I shake my dreads.
Shake your dreads, shake your dreads, shake your dreads. Shake your dreads.
Now hold on, wait, what in tarnation, Jacob? What in tarnation, Deani Barbosa? She is minus 1,000. What the hell is going on here? Let me explain. Before you guys start freaking out in the comments, let me explain the entire thought process that is going on here. First of all, I tell you guys, become a premium members. This isn't like some I'm starting to hide stuff behind premium. But I tell you guys, sometimes we get lines early and premium members see those lines. One of the lines I got early was a minus 400 Deani Barbosa money line. A couple weeks ago, I put that in for premium members. If you want to become a premium member, $10 a month. You've heard the spiel. I get it. You do or you don't. It doesn't really matter to me. Let's move on. The only reason I bring it up is Sunday, as I'm breaking down fights. I wake up early Sunday. I watch film all day for my picks bets to try to find a lock of the week. I had the people that I was considering, Reese, Pedro, Pat Sabatini, and then I start looking at the fights, right? And I'm looking at Deoni in this fight. I'm like, oh my gosh, she's going to fucking maul Deanna. She is going to absolutely maul Deanna. Sunday, if you guys don't know, I bet on Bet Online. I live in Texas. It's the only book I can really use. Can't use regular books. They dropped the round lines. The under 2.5 on Deani Barbosa round line is plus 165. I immediately grab it. I throw it up for premium members, and I'm like, holy shit. I'm going to have the greatest lock of the week bet of all time. It's not going to be a fighter per se, an underdog fighter, but if Deani Barbosa is minus 400, the round line under 2.5 is plus 165. I know what I'm going to do. And I even tweeted about on Sunday that I have one of the greatest locks of all time. I'm going to wait for the props to drop. I'm going to grab Deani Barbosa inside the distance, which if the under 2.5 is plus 165, Deani inside the distance is going to be what, plus 180, plus 185, maybe even plus 200, because some people just love betting women's overs. That line could adjust. I'm going to make Deani Barbosa inside the distance to lock of the week, and I could not wait for the props to drop on Monday. Now, Sunday is progressing as the day keeps going into the night. I'm watching this round line go from plus 165 to plus 145 to plus 135 to plus 115. I'm freaking out here. I'm texting Angela like, holy shit, are they tapping my phones? What's going on here? Because they're about to fuck my lock of the week. I said, you know what? Let me stay strong here. The props will drop. Even if this gets to an even money round line, Deani Barbosa inside the distance will still be a plus money bet and will be all good. So I wake up Monday morning, the under 2.5 is like a minus 110 to a minus 115 on the over, so it's still kind of slightly an underdog. The props are getting ready to drop. I'm sitting there with my laptop. The props usually drop by 11 a.m., noon, something like that. They start dropping for the main card. They start dropping for the prelims. I'm getting excited. I'm looking the round line. I'm still going to get Deani Barbosa inside the distance, plus money. We're going to put it lock of the week. We're going to be good to go. Monday afternoon, Monday night rolls around. They have dropped every prop for every fight except for the Deani fight. And I'm watching the Deani money line. I texted Angela on Sunday. I was like, I think Deani should be minus 1,000. And I'm watching that Deani money line on Monday go from minus 500, minus 600, minus 700, minus 800. I'm like, holy shit, this is not a good situation. So I had to make a decision on Monday because I got to start working on these highlight films and everything of what I'm going to do. And I trusted the process. I said, listen, the under 2.5 is still, I think at one point it jumped back to plus 105. I was like, listen, it's still going to be plus money for Deani inside the distance. And if it isn't, I still have that under 2.5 plus 165 bet that I can go back to. I don't want to do that. I'm trying to hold out to give you guys the best bet that I can. That's a plus money bet. I don't want to have to go to the plus 165 that I placed on Sunday for premium members. I don't want to do that. I like to give you guys the value, even though this is a free pick on a demonetized video. I don't make any money on this. I barely promote the premium. I want to give you guys the bet. And then I wake up on Tuesday, and Tuesday the props drop, and Deani inside the distance is like a minus 115. I think it's minus 125, something right now. The submission bet that was open plus 135, I think is minus money now. So I was stuck holding my dick, and I tell myself I've already worked on the video. I can't control the odds. A few weeks ago, a couple months ago, I had Nazim plus 130. By the time that I gave you guys Nazim, it was like a plus 195, plus 200. So you guys got almost double value what I got. It all evens out, and I say all this to say this. If you guys want a fighter underdog lock of the week, it's probably going to be Reese McKee. He would probably be my fighter as an underdog pick. But as a lock, for what I have locked in to keep this streak going, I got to go with the under 2.5 that I got on Sunday at plus 165. I understand you guys can't grab it anymore. I'm not trying to make this like a premium plug or whatever, like I'm hiding whatever. I can't control the lines. I saw it. I jumped on it. I tried to wait to try to get value that you guys could play. They fucked me on Monday. I waited until Tuesday. They still fucked me. If you guys want to play it, a wild play, play Deani in the first. She should take this girl down and just fucking maul her. But the lock of the week is going to be the under 2.5. I got it at plus 165. I think it's minus 135, something like that. A little bit of discrepancy here, but it is what it is. I can't control the lines. I gotta lock in my bets on Sunday to start preparing these videos. Hopefully you guys understand. Like I said, if you want a fighter, play Reese McKee. If you guys want to sit this one out, it is what it is. But this is just a long-winded explanation to say, like, listen, I tried. They were on to us. I had the greatest. I thought that Deani was going to be inside the distance plus 180. And if the props dropped on Monday, she probably would have been a nice bet. But it is what it is. I can't control the lines. The lock of the week is going to be the under 2.5 for the Barbosa fight. I just didn't love any of the dogs as lock. Like I said, play Reese McKee if you want. That would probably be my dog pick. But I'm going with the value that I got on Sunday, plus 165. I tell you guys, if you want to become premium members, sometimes I get the lines early. I jump on shit. Sometimes I get fucked, like the Nazim fight. You guys got a lot better odds than me. This time I'm getting a little bit better odds than you. Under 2.5 for the Deani fight is lock of the week. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like the video, subscribe if you are new. My name is Jacob, aka the Freckled Saddleman. I'm out. Peace.